Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of What's Wrong With My Strategy. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about I don't know what to do with my money.
Oh my
gosh!
3, 2, 1!
Guys, can you believe, say, all of we upon this earth and all money is, we know so we get paid money every single time we work, and we know so we take it and pay our bills, but we don't understand the concept of money. We don't understand the mindset that we need to be able to rule over our finances. Remember, the Bible tells us to conquer and rule over this earth. It's talking about everything, money included. That means we should not be living paycheck to paycheck. Nobody can tell me that God went to die on this cross so that us, that he loves abundantly, was placed on this earth to live paycheck to paycheck. Nobody can tell me that. Me wait.
Stop.
Yeah. So how is it that we don't understand this concept of money? And you know why I think we don't understand it? Because it's not something that's talked about enough, especially in the Black household. So now me Black, and we're going to talk about it today. We already know what money is. It's a commodity of exchange. Back in the days when we didn't have money, we used to follow the barter system, which is exchanging goods for goods. So if I had a fish and Mr. Joe have a donkey, I want the fish and he want a donkey, we would trade each other because we didn't have money in those times. Long time before me and you born. Well, probably you born, but me never born. That was how it worked. And then since money was introduced, that has become the medium of exchange. So whenever I want a particular service, I exchange the money and you give me the goods. We already know what money is. Basic school with it, because right now we have to just start from the ground where start, right? So that is the first part of this money story. Oh, there's a lot of us living paycheck to paycheck because we don't understand the concept of money. First of all, you have to have a positive mindset. I was not always in the space where I thought about money the way that I do now, for various reasons. I grew up with a very bad relationship with money. I saw my dad work 7 days a week. And every time I would ask him for money, he would tell me he didn't have it. And I was so angry about that because I often thought he was never home. He's always on the road. How can he never have money? Because I didn't grasp this concept of bills. I didn't understand what it meant to have to pay all of these bills. Now I cannot say the same. But I didn't understand what that meant. So I just thought maybe he's lying or money is just a bad thing because how can he not have it? Growing up, I've just had to grow in. I've had my own experiences, and for many years I've just seen money as a bad thing. And maybe that's why I have not reached my financial goals, because I never thought about money the way that I do now. Money is something that we have to treat with respect as a person. Yes. We have to have boundaries with money. We have to treat money like it's a relationship. We have to have boundaries with our money. You don't give your money to every cause. You store your money to things that can give you returns, whether it's people, business, places, education, self-development, self-improvement. You know, we're thinking about money as something that we are supposed to have. Like, it's not a privilege to have money. We are supposed to have money. We attract wealth and we walk into that abundant mindset. That's where we're at with money. You know, we're thinking about it as something that we are surrounded by, and it attracts itself to us, and we go about it that way. We don't think in lack. We're thinking abundance, and for many years I've just been thinking in lack. I have hoarded things because I have just not seen what tomorrow is. And the Bible tells us that, right? What the Bible say? Do not worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will provide for itself. But that does not mean, you know, when I come on here and I talk about things, I want to make sure that it's very clear. That does not mean that you're not going to prepare for tomorrow by having your budget, which we talked about last week, and having a plan, which we will talk about next week, right? It doesn't mean you don't prepare now, but it means that you're not living your life in this lack of, I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to not invest in myself today because I don't know if I'm going to have a job next week or I'm going to have a job tomorrow. You put down things such as the emergency fund, which if you are single, can be about 6 months, 3 to 6 months. If you have a family, it needs to be 9 to 12 months because now you have additional responsibilities. And emergency fund is just money that is able to take care of all your bills for the entire month if you are to lose your job. Something needs to happen to you and you don't have a job anymore, right? We have to start with a mindset of what we're supposed to have when we're approaching money, right? Now, the two things that I'm really going to talk about emphasizing this is the saving and investment. We already talked about the emergency fund. We're going to also save for a rainy day fund. Maybe your car punctures, or you probably get laid off for an extended period of time. Over the time that you have your emergency fund, you have a backup money to put it down. All right, as a matter of fact, you can even combine those into the emergency fund and just have it for a longer period of time, maybe 2 years or however long you want to have that fund for, you know. But we do have to save. We have to have also saving for other things, like even our wants, right? Also our wants. If we want to go on a vacation, we can save for it. Do you know that we can save for Christmas from January? If you want to have a blast in the later part of the year, you can literally start putting down, work your way back, find a figure. If you want to have $25 million, $30,000, and work your way back, how much do I need to put down every month to be able to have that figure at the end of the year? And we go about that in terms of saving. So saving can be in the aspect of our emergency fund, rainy day fund, wants fund. Now, if we have a business idea that we want to invest in, we can save for that also, right? So we're saving for every single thing that we need, and also the essentials, right? But we're not going to save all of the money, because saving alone is not going to build wealth. If you look at the bank system, they're not giving you much interest rate. But I do want to make sure that you're saving in high yield savings account. These are accounts that give you higher interest rates than regular savings account. So whenever you're signing up for a savings account, you ought to find savings accounts that give you higher interest rate. If you want me to give you a video, guys, let me tell you now, I'm here for you guys. Anything you want to know, drop it in the comments, and I will do a video detailing that for you guys. I want to see y'all win. So if you want me to do a video talking about high yielding savings account, just comment below and I will get on it. That's where we're saving. But we're not just saving. We're going to also do some investments. And I want to talk about doing investments when you don't have that much money, because there are a lot of investments that require a lot of money. And if we don't have that amount of money, it's very discouraging to start, because you maybe think, how am I going to invest when I don't even make enough money? You can still invest. And these are micro investments that you can still make. Stocks are not the only thing that you can invest in. And you can also invest $1 into a stock. But if you're choosing the stock round, I'm not a certified financial advisor yet. So take my advice with a grain of salt. But if I can tell you anything, when you're investing in stocks, you don't have to invest in individual companies. You can invest in what are called index funds. These are a combination of many different companies in various different industries, which give your money lower risk. You get a lesser return than if you invest in an individual stock, maybe, but you are a little bit more secure than individual stocks. And you are also investing based on your volatility rate, which is how much risk you are willing to accept, because every investment is going to involve risk. And if you do not want to risk your money, keep it in the bank. Because, and a matter of fact, at the rate of all these banks are operating, I think it's way more riskier in the banks, because you may not even get a cent on it if you're not a big shot, as what I'm seeing. You can invest in index funds as a beginner and have your money being in different industries. All the industries are never going to fail at once unless the world really crashes. Some industry may go down and some will stay up and some will stay constant. So you invest in the index fund for beginners to start your way. Also, you don't have to invest in stocks. You can invest in bonds, which bonds are lending your money to the government. They are normally over a fixed period of time. You do get less return than your stock, but it's a constant payout for bonds. And this is your money that you're lending to the government. Stocks are ownership in a company. There are also other things. One platform that I talk about all the time on my channel is investing in real estate, which is through an AI platform called LOFTI AI, which is a digital real estate platform where you invest and get ownerships in houses just like you get ownership in stocks in companies. And from my experience, if you ever decide you don't want to invest in those companies anymore, you can always get back your money directly to your payment method. So it's not as high return as stock. Remember, no, I am just keeping it real with y'all. It's not as high as a return on your money as stocks, but you do get return on your money, and you can get it back if you're not satisfied with that investment. But also, you can invest your money into businesses. You can invest your money into starting a business. If you're passionate about lashes, go and go sell eyelash. If you're passionate about jewelry, go sell earring and watch and chain. Headband. Anything can be a business. But like I said in my video last week, I want you to do something that you enjoy. You can do a lot of businesses, because one thing is, I don't think every business you do, you have to be involved in it 100%. There are some things that can be lucrative, that you can have people run for you and you go do something that you want to do. Of every single business that I am going to start, I'm not going to be involved in every single one of them. But I know the ones that I'm going to be involved in are going to be things that I really want to do, which is are going to fuel me and make me passionate. But that does not mean I cannot make money from something that is not a passion of mine. I can make money from it. You can make money from it, but you don't have to be involved in it directly. So you can also start businesses. That is also an investment. It's not just the stock market. It's not just real estate, but those are also investments. So when you guys are thinking investment, I want you to think everywhere, not just the stock, not just the real estate. Anything can be an investment. It's just, are you willing to invest in it? And do you have the capital to back it? Because you need the money. The investment is not going to happen without the money. So we're going to just have those into perspective when we're thinking about money. We're having the mindset, we're diversifying, and we're thinking about investments as not just the stock market. Investment is everything. And we're just really putting the money to good use so that we can get a good return from it. That's really what we're doing. So now I hope after watching this video, you have a clearer idea as to what to do with your money for the rest of it. Last week we talked about budgeting, and now we're talking about how to really view the money. One thing I also want to mention is developing a plan for your money. Yes, we write the goals and we say within 5 years we want to be a millionaire. But we also have to write about what are we willing to do to become that millionaire. Are we going to start that business? If we're going to start that business, what is the capital that is required to start that business? Do I have it? Where am I going to get it? Am I going to be getting a great yield on my money? Is this business going to be a lucrative money? Is it a one-time funding, or I have to fund it continuously to make it grow? Is it that I can run this business by myself? Is it going to be more profitable for me to have a team? Can I afford to have a team? What are going to be my expenses, whether I'm individually running this business or I have a team? These are all questions to consider. But you know what? If we say we're going to do business, we're going to, how much inventory do I need? What kind of inventory do I need? If my goal is to make $1 million for the year, how can I make that $1 million? How much money do I need to make a month in order to make that $1 million? Right? And how am I going to price my product? How much money do I need to make a month? What do I need to sell at what rate? How many to make that amount of money per month to make that goal at the end of the year? So when we're talking about money, we're writing down the goals, but we also have to take very actionable steps to develop a plan to be able to reach those goals from the get-go. Like, we're not just talking, we have to be practical. So you hear me talk about two things: being practical and starting small and work your way up. That is what we're going with. Practicality is just the way to go. We're not living in fairy tale world. We have to be real, we have to be honest, and we have to start somewhere where we get the results that we need, right? So we talk about understanding the money and having a positive mindset. We talk about diversifying our investments and thinking about investments not just as the stock market. And then we talk about how to make a plan to go about this. So last week we talked about the budget, and this week we're talking about the plan of how to go about getting the money started out, right? So we're not just talking, not leaving you hanging. I'm giving you guys a roadmap, and I'm giving you guys step by step on how to really go about thinking about these things. Because sometimes we hear some people talk and they make things sound simple. I mean, like, to be very practical. I mean, know you want practical information. That's why you have to subscribe to my channel. So that's whenever I drop a video talking about the practical things, them, you are one of the first persons to know. And you get a notification come on your phone, Khrista Speaks post. Go check out the video, because you know say bang on my job. So that's just all for this video, guys. If you found any helpful information in this video, share it with anybody who needs to know. Your cousin, your auntie, your grandmother, nobody not too old nor too young, your little daughter. Set her up for life and set him up for life. And share this information with everybody if you know. Comment below. Let me know if you found this information informative. If any suggestions and videos that I need to go, type it down in the comments. Let's get to that. Follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram and TikTok at Khrista Finance. Like the video and walk good. Let me say, practical and start small and work on the way up. Talk soon.